Alright everybody, welcome to my unboxing of this GameCube-like controller for the Nintendo Switch. It's called the NYXI Wizard. I've heard about this controller for a long time, but I never pulled the trigger. You know why? Because I don't really use... This is like a Joy-Con style controller. I never use the Joy-Cons on my Nintendo Switch. You know why? Because I don't play my Nintendo Switch in handheld mode. I only use it in dock mode, therefore I have a Pro controller. But a big exception is because this controller looks like the GameCube controller. And not only that, my Switch and Joy-Cons are getting drift on them. I don't know why. I don't even use them and they're getting drift. Tells you something, right? But anyways, I was always like, yeah, I want to buy it. But I always kept on sleeping on it, right? And I was like, all right, let me pull the trigger. Let me try it out. And it's finally here. So let's unbox it. Let's open it. Let's give it a try, all right? So let me put my phone down because I only have two hands. I don't have four hands, right? I just can't pull it with one hand. I can't pull this thing with one hand. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull my phone down. I'm going to slide the box. All right, guys, pulled the box out of the cover, but guess what? I need another hand to pull this apart. I can do that, but you know what? That's not convenient. Let me put the phone down again. All right, it's finally open. All right, so let's take a look at the packaging. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I've seen better packaging from first-party controllers from other companies. Well, maybe not. It really depends, right? Like for example, PlayStation, Xboxes. I don't know. I guess it's all right, but I expected more. I paid what, $69.99 for this controller. I expected some foaming to keep the controller in place, you know, but it's tight enough. So let's pull it off. Enough complaining. Let's just pull it out and see what the controller looks like. So let me pull this out. All right, it's finally here. So let's take a look. The stick, it feels nice. You can press it. Yeah, it doesn't feel cheap. It has a nice texture to it. You see that? That's a nice texture on the grip. Let's look at the C stick, that iconic yellow C stick. Same thing. See, that's the thing that's different. It's not like your C stick from the GameCube that's smaller, like a nub, right? But hey, I like this better anyways, because we're in the age of dual sticks now. Still has a texture to it. The D-pad. The D-pad is stiff. I'll tell you that right now. Just like the original GameCube controller, it's stiff. I mean, I don't really use the D-pad that much. So I don't care. You got a bunch of other Nintendo Switch applicable buttons here. But let's see how the buttons click. Right? It's very clicky. Oh, that's turning on already. So I like how the buttons light up. That's cool. That's super cool. You don't see that in other controllers. And then you got some additional controllers, additional buttons that you see now on the Elite controller on the Steam Deck, right? That's cool. Well, I don't know how you're gonna use them. Maybe you gotta program them. I'm gonna have to look it up, right? But hey, nice to have that, you know. You don't have to take your hand off the shoulder buttons. So let's see how the buttons are. The L and R buttons. Okay, this is the same, but this is different. This is like a mechanical shoulder button. This is not like the Xbox or the PlayStation where it feels like a trigger. This is more of a mechanical button. I mean, it could be hit or miss, but if you're playing like a shooter or a third-person shooter, it's not really intuitive. But then again, who plays first-person shooters or third-person shooters on a Nintendo Switch? Am I right? But here's the crazy thing. Why does it have two USB Type-Cs? Because, I mean, so you have to charge both Joy-Cons individually. So unless you have two USB Type... So if you run out of battery, so you're expected to have two cables, that's kind of weird, guys. That's kind of weird. But let's pull it apart. So let's see how it looks. So let's see, this is how it looks when you pull it apart. Kind of cool, right? So I guess you use this for motion controllers. I don't know. Imagine playing Skyward Sword with this. I don't know. It feels kind of weird, right? It's a little bit too thick, but hey, maybe I'll adapt. But not bad. I personally think, I mean, the Joy-Cons, the stick feels like garbage. The stick here feels way better. So I'm glad to have more buttons too. This side, same thing. The only issue is, how long is this controller gonna last? How long will it last? It's a third-party controller, right? And we all know third-party controllers don't have the best reputation. They get stick drift. Well, Nintendo's does too. And they get, the worst culprit is they get sticky buttons. Will this develop sticky buttons? I don't know. I hope not, man. I paid a pretty penny for this controller. So, but anyways, I think it looks cool. But you know what would have been cool? If they gave you the charging base with it. Like, you see a USB Type-C. You can see that's where it's supposed to go, but it's not there. Charging this with one cable, that just makes it convenient. So, I don't know. Like two cables just to charge a controller, that's kind of weird, man. But what are you gonna do? But let's see what else comes with this. You just got a manual, you got some accessories, probably the cable. What else? But that's my unboxing, guys. That's my unboxing of the NYXI Wizard controller. Let me know if you guys have this controller. Let me know what you guys think of this controller. I'm gonna put it to heavy use, especially this fall with all the new games coming out with the Switch. Finally, right? So I'm gonna have a good time. I like how it looks. I definitely like the nostalgic look of this controller. It's not a review, it's an unboxing and an initial impression. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.